week is, what's a bit of media, movie, show, book, etc., that you love but would never recommend to anyone?
Wise and Nerdy, the podcast.
Wow. What a jerk.
I am not a jerk in this situation, sir. Iron Man is. That's not consensual. All right. So what's a bit of media? Honestly, mine is always 3,000 Miles of Graceland. I freaking love that movie, but it is so dumb.
But you recommend it to people all the time.
I'd never tell anybody to watch it. I just say I like it. I'd never tell anybody to watch it because it is not a good movie. Starship Troopers is right up there.
Oh, but come on, that is so dumb. It's almost a cult classic. In fact, it is a cult classic. No, it is.
Okay,
it is
right,
at this point. At this point,
right.
it is. Yeah. But it was meant to be like.
I know, but I don't recommend it to people.
Just yeah.
I sent you a video about a Facebook short about Starship Troopers not that long ago, Charles.
I kind of remember.
So, my first thought when I looked at this was, it's got to be Summoner's War, the game that I play on my phone.
That's the one that you recommended to Kurt and I to play for Demon Slayer.
You did not look in the Discord chat because I said I think it was Kurt that asked Joe.
It was.
Can you give me any tips for this game? And I said, don't play it.
I did read that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I like the game, but I'm also 11 years deep into the game, and getting caught up at this point is a pipe dream. You're not going to get caught up, especially. Well, I mean, I'm never going to get caught up on the higher end people who spend thousands of dollars every month on it, and I'm not trying to. Good enough is good enough. But yeah, that was one of the first things I thought of was, I like it. I like it a lot. It's a great time waster. I do not recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, I think that was the last time I played it. Was that day that I asked you about it?
I did the Demon Slayer taste test, right, where they let you play with a few of the characters before it really does something, and that was fun. But yeah, that's as far as I got.
That's good. That's very good.
But it's like any of those kinds of games, though, right? I mean, like, Marvel Strike Force, for example. Yeah. If somebody started now, good luck. Like, there's just no chance that they can come close to catching up. Marvel Snap, same type of thing. Any of the gacha games, forget it. Like, you just can't. Yeah. Like, if you're going in to just play because you like that kind of game, that's great. But if you're going in like you're going to complete it, forget it. Like, you're just never going to be able to catch up. Heck, yep. Pokemon TCG Pocket's kind of like that right now. They've released so many sets already.
Well, and then like Pokemon Go, you've missed so many events where you could have caught special, unique Pokemon. And I mean, I haven't played it for a couple of years now at this point. But yeah, my other thought was TV series that ended after one season that I absolutely loved, and there's just tons of them. Like Revolution was an awesome one season.
That went 2 seasons.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. It did, because I was completely in. I was completely in. But then I believe they set off a nuke in Atlanta at the end of season 1.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And then it got weirder.
Yeah,
but a cool idea, a really cool idea.
Yeah, where there was a pseudo EMP, but it was actually, my wife put it in the chat too, Terra Nova. That's another one that only got the one season.
Isn't that the one where they travel back in time to Primeval?
So they have completely ruined the Earth, and their way to fix the problem is to send people back in time to recolonize a primitive Earth, basically.
Yeah, it had a lot of promise, and then it got stupid. I couldn't, I was in for a little bit, and then I just couldn't do with it anymore.
the last Stargate that they did.
Shut your mouth, full run through.
Firefly. Yeah, I mean, okay, but that's only because of Fox. Fox ruined that show.
Well, and
the way
at least they
did it.
got the movie to
Firefly
somewhat...
being the show for the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. Joss got to do. I know Joss has his own problems, but Joss got to do the movie, and that helped us. But man, you could really pick back up in that world, and I mean, there's just so much to deal with there that somebody else can run with it. But yeah, that one is one that you watch it and you don't recommend it because like don't watch it because you'll fall in love and there's nothing that you can do about it. And I really hate how Reavers clean their weapons. So just don't watch it.
I was just gonna say that. I was just going there because that came
like
whoever came out with that right after the movie came out. I went, oh, too soon and brilliant. It was a gorgeous joke.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. So Charles, what were you saying? What was your thing?
I thought of it and I lost it.
Well, while you're trying to
Firefly
pick it
distracted
back
me.
up, while you're trying to pick it back up, we do have one from Tyler, who full run through here in the chat. So let's see what he's got.
Question of the week: what bit of media you love but would never recommend to anyone? And in my tradition of taking these questions, changing their meaning slightly, or not answering in the exact way that you're probably thinking to, I recommend this book series to everyone. But I know that only a certain amount of people that have a weird, messed up brain like I do are actually going to enjoy it. So I really don't recommend it to anyone. But it is a book series called John Dies at the End. There are 4 books and 1 movie.
Yeah.
The movie is the same title, John Dies at the End. You can find it on Amazon, I believe. And the books are John Dies at the End. Book 2 is This Book is Full of Spiders. Seriously, dude, don't touch it. 3rd book is called What the Hell Did I Just Read? 4th book is called If This Book Exists, You're in the Wrong Universe. And it is the most drug-filled, mind-warped brainchild of the most amazing author I have ever witnessed. But I really, like I said, I do not recommend it to anyone unless you have that same weird, messed up brain chemistry that I do. And I love them so much. But I do highly recommend anybody at least check them out.
So
but you just said you wouldn't recommend them, but then you just recommended them.
He recommends them to everyone and no one.
He's a second daddy-o. It's okay.
So I'm unfamiliar with that at all. Does it have a similar vibe to like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or something? No? Okay. Because
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is more the vibe it has.
Okay. Yeah, because Hitchhiker's Guide has a very unique vibe. And so I was like, okay, all right.
Which that's another one.
I remember seeing the movie, haven't read the books, and I couldn't even tell you what it's about. Like literally, other than John dies at the end.
Apparently. That's the rumor.
Yeah. But that's another one. It made me think of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I am glad that I watched it for the experience, but I know definitively there are parts that my brain blanks out for the trauma that it caused.
So this isn't my choice. This is my pick, but I feel a similar way to Schindler's List.
Okay.
And Platoon.
Okay.
Where I'm glad I watched them. I can't recommend them to anybody just because they were just hard to take. Just really hard to take movie. So it's not like you really need to go see this movie. And like, no.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that I like that I would recommend to select people. And but that's a very different discussion of stuff that I like that I would not recommend.
So the thing that I have that I would not recommend because of the movie adaptation ruined it. And so I cannot.
Battle Station Earth.
Battlefield Earth. Yep.
Battlefield, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a horrible movie.
It was a horrible movie. I actually love the book, but I can't recommend it to anybody because the movie tainted it so much.
I haven't seen the movie, so is it okay if I read the book?
You sure? It's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it's a chunky book.
It's a big boy.
It is.
I still can't
Oh,
think of that
yours-
show.
Oh, it was a TV show?
There's a show because I was trying to say it, and then the Firefly got me. Yeah,
He was going for
Tony
Kyle
loves
XY.
Chachi. Oh, Kyle XY.
I never watched that.
I have a love-hate relationship with that show.
I thoroughly enjoyed it up until the very end, where it leaves on a huge cliffhanger in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
So see, kids, back in our day, they would actually just cut the show off, and you would never get any fan theories. You wouldn't get anything to wrap it up. At least nowadays, in a lot of cases, they'll say we're ending the show and then let them finish the story out, or at least, like in this case of Community, the writers and directors can come back and say
6
this is
seasons
what
in a
we meant.
movie.
Yep.
Still waiting on that movie.
Still waiting on the movie.
Yeah. But I want to say it was Community that they were promised that they were being picked up, and so they maybe what Community. There was one I can't remember what it was, but basically they did 6 seasons, and they were promised they were being picked up, so they shot it that way, and then after they'd shot and wrapped everything, then the studio went, just kidding, we're canceling you, and they didn't get or they would have finished it up.
Yeah,
otherwise.
where projects are overpromised on how many seasons they're gonna get.
Yeah.
Well, it could be worse though. Projects that should have been done after a season and got extended, like I don't know, Scrubs.
No, my good friend wrote on the later seasons of Scrubs, man.
It jumped the shark when they changed hospitals, added a new cast, and put the shows on AOL.
Oh no, that wasn't after one season. They did 8 seasons before they did that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like it should have stopped. It
Okay. I thought you meant literally one season. Like whoa! Don't go besmirching Scrubs. They ended that well. Then yes, they did the AOL thing.
Yeah, see, that's why I appreciate stuff that ran exactly as it was meant to run.
Yep.
Like the original 3 seasons of Avatar: The Last Airbender. They had always planned it to be 3 seasons. And they were like, no, this is it. It's done. Now, they have done subsequent stuff with the IP, but not directly with that. They time skip, whole new set of character. Well, there are some that make cameos, but for the most part, the main cast is entirely new.
But that's just sequels, worlds. That's no big. It's like it's Babylon 5 and the Rangers show that they did. But the Ranger show wasn't as good.
Yeah. I don't even remember the Ranger show. I remember some about Babylon. What's funny about Babylon 5, I never got into it when it was on, and it had such a niche following that was loud enough that in my pirating days, I ended up going and watching, downloading and watching it all back to back. And you can tell a lot about a show when you binge it like that. That's another thing, kids. Back in our day, you can make some crappy TV because we didn't know from week to week. We just caught it and forgot about it. But when you binge watch it, you realize, every Star Trek has at least one time travel timeline arcing through 3 seasons. Every last one of them. So anyway, it doesn't matter. But I did watch Babylon 5.
Do you know why pirates are called pirates?
Dude, it is not bad dad joke time. No, sir. No, sir. You wait your turn, or I'm turning this freaking podcast around, and we're going home.
Why, Joe? They just are.
All right. Just for that, before we roll the dice.
Oh, wait. What happened? Charles disappeared. Oh, no. What's going on?
You brought me back. Okay, well, there is that, people.
Apparently, I failed to realize that one of Devo's sites was actually one for the question of the week, the bit of media that you love but would not recommend.
You only have 10 jobs, Joe. 10. Come on, man. Get it right.
My bad.
So, question, what bit of media you love but would never recommend to anyone? I would say that is Gormenghast by Mervyn Peake. It is a fascinating book, but it is a slog. I mean, I remember reading it. I'd say it was like about 30 years old, and I had to have a dictionary next to my bed so that I could look up this man. He found every obscure word in the dictionary and the English language and put it in that book. I swear, it's that's where it's very difficult. It is a long, extremely long book. I wouldn't recommend to everybody unless you really like something that really challenges you, but at the same time is very fascinating. That's the book. But yeah, that's my best choice. My next one maybe be Silverberg, Pontifex Valentine. He came out like in '83. It's kind of similar, but I really liked his book. Very descriptive. Again, another difficult, you know, drag out the dictionary kind of a book, but fascinating writer.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Anything with the word Pontifex in it. Come on.